my money in a red bank. Before I was buying the money, I left my money in a red bank. Hey, I never switch it from them. They can't drive my style, but I'm money can concentrate them. Hey, please buy, please buy. How did I now please buy? Please buy, please buy. How did I now please buy? And I be a dabuna. You a dabuna. You be a dabuna. You don't get mula, you wanna dabuna. Una pass you call, looking for it. And see money making a discount on the heart. Looking for it. And I be a dabuna. You a dabuna. You be a dabuna. You don't get mula, you wanna dabuna. Money can do. What money can do. What money can do. What money can do. Well, what money can do. What money can do. What money can do. What money can do. I can't fly my bag, I can't say Monkey go up, monkey hard to calm down. Monkey calm down. Leave him at the body, they say you want me calm down. Monkey calm down. Money for hair, papa ground. Monkey calm down. Y'all monkey sweating, now I calm down. Monkey calm down. What money can do? What money can do? What money can do? What money can do? Well, what money can do? What money can do? What money can do? What money can do? I'm a mermaid.
I need you.
I'm not to plenty again for you. I can't lie to you. You know why? Because I won't spend the rest of my life with you. Come me here, I take it pay. You will take it too. You know why? Because my when you look good. See your friend said that. I call up and say my Will you marry me?
Yes, I will.
Love and carry.
Yes, I will.
To love and to go.
Yes, I will.
Reach up, go.
Not too sure.
Will you marry me?
Yes, I will.
To love and to go.
Yes, I will.
Reach up, go.
Not too sure.
For the Lord, wow.
Oh yes, I will marry you. I will come here for you. If you can meet you, I will cook for you. Now my head I will carry you. Oh yes, I will marry you. I will come here for you. If you can meet you, I will cook for you. Now my head I will carry you.
The day you agree to marry me, now that day your story change. Because I will show you love. I will give you care. I will give you kabaki. Give you get a chicken head. No flowers here we can't run. I will make you real with you. Now not back you. When you go in by your own neighborhood, when they see you, respect. Now the only thing they will give you. The only thing you will like. Now they go what you not ask me for. You won't feel your head at night. You won't play your bills. What you want to do? You won't go up to Joe. You won't go to places. Don't worry. You already get a mental sorry. Smile now. Can't hug me now. You won't kiss me anywhere. Go ahead and kiss me now.
They know that I want you. I can make it without you. Don't let me that can do the things you not do for me. Baby, can't let me fall for you. I want that don't say like you. Can buy me all the goods. Oh. Baby, can't let me fall for you. I want that don't say like you. Can buy me all the goods. Oh. Rub my body, baby. Kiss me in the public. Anytime you're ready, must say, do I am ready. Rub my body, baby. Kiss me in the public. Anytime you're ready, must say, do I am ready.
Will you marry me?
Yes, I will.
Love and carry.
Yes, I will.
To love and to go.
Yes, I will.
Reach up, go.
Not too sure.
Will you marry me?
Yes.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that Sendwave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download Sendwave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. Sendwave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Today is August 7, 2023 on the Costa Morning Show, and my name is Darlene Collins, and presenting the Costa Morning Show. At control is our man Josh Guer sitting in for Boakai. Is Boakai coming?
Yes, Darlington. It's in the building already.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So Boakai shortly will be taking over the rider's seat. And my man George, you love this flattery. So yes, today is August 7, and today is my birthday. So when you, just in case you saw the picture that George posted, I think George is sending me happy birthday. But good morning. I mean, regardless of whatever celebration we have, birthday or why not, our country is going through serious troublesome time ahead of 2023. And again, it is only the people who can write, the forward march of history. A lot of things happened over the weekend. Campaign officially opened on Saturday, and it is interesting to see, the way in which the campaign is open. The way in which the ruling establishment have responded, and the way in which the opposition are trying to manage, the building up tension ahead of the October polls in 2023. I mean, it is a struggle for the soul of the nation. Everybody have their side to protect, but it just few things that's happening. The CDC total casket in the streets of Monrovia again, presenting a symbolic casket of, the Unity Party political leader, Mr. Joseph Boakai. Mr. Joseph Boakai on his way from the United States of America addressed the BBC in a major press conference. I don't know what Boakai has the recording of JMB interview. We probably will have to play his interview where he responded to the casket toting, scenario, and the Unity Party campaign have responded, with calling for calm and calling on their supporters, basically to not play to the gallery of the CDC, and Councillor Gonglo on yesterday celebrated his birthday to Mr. Weah visited a church where he, discount violence and calling on his supporters, not to tow casket, and that is not the agenda of the CDC. It is our scheme, George. Liberians, we will see more of these kinds of activities ahead of October 2023. And I posted something on my Facebook page. The way in which the politics of the day is being managed, good. My man Boakai is there. So Boakai, I just ran the people down with happenings over the weekend when campaign officially opened. The Unity Party, began their campaign along the Vamoma House where they were handing out hand tags, stickers, and so forth. And then subsequently, the CDC kind of wanted a provocation when they marched through the principal streets of Monrovia with a symbolic casket of Joseph Boakai, and that evening they held a tarry at their campaign at their party headquarters, and then the following day their political leader went for church service. So take it over, Boakai, and and let's make sense of this morning of things on our plate. I don't know what else you have to add
on. First of all, let me wish Darlington Collins a happy birthday as he celebrates his birthday on today. Where did I come across Darlington? When Darlington was active into student politicking at the grounds of the University of Liberia. By that time, I was with Fabric Radio.
On Cinco Day.
Between 14th and 15th Street. So, Darlington normally used to call when they made it ready for their press conference. But man, you have to be on town.
Me and my man Eddie Trawale.
I call it, the Gbani guy, man. I forget his name. In the States too, man. The
Who's that?
head, ego. I just forgetting the guy, the people name, man. Patrick Swar.
Oh, Alhaji Pajosoa. Remember, man, Pajosoa. You know how I man. When a man get 2% scholarship, my man, they may call it press.
You know, for the press.
And I also scholarship. They may get
Yeah.
2% scholarship, they may call it press. They may say, ladies and gentlemen of the press. They can do it more than say press. The Alhaji Pajosoa Foundation is donating scholarship today.
Mm. So that's what I came across.
Yeah.
And things been really cool between us. There haven't been any noise, social media, drama, nothing of such have ever gone between us. So on behalf of the entire team, most especially our boss here, Heren Pedro Costa, Sylvester Teves, Na, Josh Guer, Anthony Emmanuel, the entire Costa Show family want to wish you a happy birthday as you celebrate on today. Costa celebrated yesterday. We also want to wish you a belated one. His celebration was grand yesterday. We left it up until the night hours, and then so Darlington is your day. Today is all our show is dedicated to you. So we want to wish you a happy birthday.
The Costa Show is a very interesting one. I mean, yesterday Costa celebrated his birthday. Today is mine, and tomorrow is Boakai's.
So that just
We
so
all
Costa
just
yesterday, today
Darlington,
Darlington,
you guys.
tomorrow me. Yeah. So you see, it's just like that. The 6 was the 7. Means the 7 Costa.
No, the 6.
Yeah, the 6 Costa, the 7 Darlington, the 8 me. So that's it. 6, 7, 8. So Darlington, I listened to you, and just what I wanted us to talk about. That's why you outlined the campaign process kickstart, and the toting of casket was one of the things that a lot of people frown at. How can you be a sitting administration, then you still be toting casket on the street? What do you want to prove, Darlington? This is sad, and I saw a few top officials in, or those that are supporting the CDC fronting at this. I saw a post from Mervyn Snow. I saw the CDC, some top officials distancing themselves from it, and even Josh Ria attended a church program. He from at it. So the question here: who told them to do that? Was it done by the youth league? Because the youth league is the engine of every political party. So if
absolutely
those that are heading top positions say they don't know about what occurred, then it means that one day we'll get up to something that will happen, and then they will distance themselves and say, "Oh, we don't know about that." So it's one of the things that we need to look at this morning on the show.
Well, Boakai, you see, it has always been the agenda of the CDC to do things. Look, and everything that the youth league does is sanctioned and approved by Mr. George Weah. He may not approve all of the operation, but he enjoys it. He enjoys it. George Weah enjoys it. So I'm not surprised. And normally this is what will happen ahead of 2023. The youth league is not expected to go consult. And look, and moment, that's whether you like the CDC youth league or not. Their unconventional style of politicking, they don't wait for the National Executive Committee to approve whatever action they want to do. Wherever they want to do, sanctioned by their leader, Mayor Jefferson Koji, they go for it. I know the youth league now has a new youth league chairman, but you cannot divulge Koji activities from around the youth league of the CDC. And Boakai, interestingly, some of the people you saw toting caskets, those are not people who are on Facebook, who make Facebook posts or have the ability to make analysis. The CDC party headquarters hosts a whole course of civilian militias that they have in their own private army that they put outside to confront their political opponent, people who they believe are threatening their power. And Boakai, the CDC authorities know that these are not normal times.
Mm-hmm.
They are prepared to go all out with their bootstraps and their struggle for power. For them, it's a desperation game. It is a do-or-die mission for them. So that's what job we had, and we didn't know what happened here when Christopher Waters Susulu was brutalized and naked in the streets of Monrovia. Joe Weah said he didn't know anything they call CDC Council or Petra. He don't even honor anything of such kind.
Mm-hmm.
When they were honoring Joe Weah, you didn't see the CDC Council of Petra men printed banner to go clap for Weah. So George Weah knows about everything. When they were in opposition, all of the different petrol bombs, whether it was at Geraldine Doe Sherry resident, whether it was at Eugene Nangbe's resident, Mr. Weah knows about it, he sanctioned it, he approves it. That is the CDC for you. Look, and these guys will be rough. And sadly, the major opposition, like the Unity Party and other people, they need to buckle up their seatbelts.
Mm-hmm.
This politics for power is not a party pizza. It's not a place where you throw a pizza party.
No.
Yeah, and you get hot wings and mild wings. You say, "Mama, eat whether you want soda or you want wine." These guys are ruthless. They are brutal. So I understand Mr. Joseph Boakai wants to run a violent-free campaign, but if he wants power, he must topple these guys.
Yeah, and we are not saying that they should carry on violent.
It will be a proportional response to these brothers, because anything short of a proportional political response to the CDC, it makes you timid.
Yeah,
and I understand. Let me tell you something. Regardless of our criticism here on the show, these guys are ruthless for power. So if the opposition think that the struggle for power is a pizza party, they must be joking. You are not going to get power by playing gentleman politics. Or you want to be white-collar revolutionaries and put on your shirt and your bow tie and cufflinks. You are not going to get power. The CDC understand that it is political times. They were engaging in unconventional political activity, rolling their sleeves in their quest for power. So anybody who wants to topple the administration for power, you must be adequately prepared. And let me tell you something, and this is not a flower throwing at Henry Costa's feet. But for over the past 5 years, the Council of Petras have been one of the driving force engaging the regime, mobilizing the people for a national agenda. The Council of Petras have been doing that. The comrades from the Student Unification Party. These two organs have been the political force on the backs of the regime. Here you are. You go into a serious election. The Youth League of the Unity Party is too psychedelic. It's too psychedelic. And to all due respect to the guy who is now the current Youth League chairman of the Unity Party, when we were in khaki, those boys were black boys at the universities. Yeah. Melvin used to wear very tight pants and with all due respect to a tight t-shirt at the university. And pour a leg green baseball shades on your face. So I don't think these United Party brothers are ready for power. Mr. Joseph Boakai want to play clean politics, but these brothers will not give you power. It's not a quest for fork and knife that they will say, oh, there's the knife, cut your slice of the cake for power. They will not do so. They will not do so. So I hope our friends in opposition know what is coming. And let me say this to you, Boakai, before you ask further questions. You cannot lead a political struggle without studying the forces on the other side. Again, it's like a doctor who will be prescribing a less milligram of medication for a curable disease that is on high peak that you need to increase the milligram or so forth. You cannot say you want to show that you are different. These guys will harass the Liberian political state until they get power. If it's 1 + 1, the writings are clearly printed on the wall that the Liberian people want an opposition regime. They don't want Mr. Weah. It is clear that Mr. Weah had desperately performed in his 6 years. But that doesn't uproot the fact that they will not reawaken their base to steal the elections. So if the people steal the election from the opposition, what will you do? You cannot say, oh, let them try it on election day. No. The processes leading to election is very important. Elections are not rigged just on election day, Boakai. It is the processes leading to election. Here we are, 64 more days to election. And the opposition are playing gentleman politics. It is good for them. For us, Darlington Collins, I am not in any of the major opposition. I don't want political power, even though I want a positive country that will lead serious national transformation. I am not the Moadis of this world, neither the Unity Party, or I am not Joseph Boakai, who is a major opposition. The people who want power must develop and design a strategy to respond to these people appropriately. Because there are mechanisms along the line. There are mechanisms along the line, and when election results are declared, it's up to the opposition to decide how they want to swallow their tea.
Yeah, but Darlington, someone may say we all sign up to the Farmington Accord. So there is need that we control our base. There is need that we control our supporters when it comes to the issue about canvassing for our officials. Most especially with the toting of caskets in the principal street of Monrovia, that doesn't indicate that we or they are standing up for what they just got you standing up for. It's sent a message of provocation. What becomes of the Unity Party if they try to retaliate on what the seditions did? It created chaos in the country. So President Weah distancing himself from those that did the act. It doesn't send any message of seriousness on the part of the president. The president did it before when the CDC, like you said, the CDC, I know COP people went and brutalized a citizen that went to exercise his right. They brutalized people. The president, the next day, the president came up because there was a pressure from the U.S. embassy. The president came up and said, "Oh, I don't know any group or auxiliaries that they call Council of Patriots CDC. I don't know them." So now, coming up again, yesterday at a church service, distancing himself from such thing. This is just the beginning, the first day of campaign. You haven't gone anywhere. So do you think if they see guys when they play another toting of casket, probably in Lofa, in Magibi, or in Bond County, again, President Weah will come up and say, "Oh, I distance myself from it." Will we continue this? You are in opposition. You did it. You into a ruling position. You are still doing things that day. When will you change? Then what I think is that the CDC, they're behaving like they are still in opposition and they are still in campaign mood. Since the CDC took over leadership, they have been in campaign mood up until the 6 years finishing already.
Of course, you don't bring them. They say in time of peace, prepare for war. You don't bring them. They are zealous. They are zealous comrades.
Yeah, they don't talk to people that they were friends with before because the president had one way or the other posted something on his or her own personal Facebook page.
Absolutely.
And it's asking President Weah, they distance themselves from that type of person. Or they will say, because I have become a deputy minister, so I'm distancing myself from Mr. X. Darlington, and here I used to go to the Lapa Bido to eat. So now I'm distancing myself from that person. Let's talk to Darlington. When Ellen was in power, let's be real. Some of Ellen officials, they never used to behave like the way the citizens are behaving. You will see the Ellen officials going up on a Duco that they used to be, I don't know, Mary or something like that. Read they play. You see the opposition. Hilltop, fine. That's the place you used to see officials in the Ellen regime and people in the opposition by them, CDC, you see the Kalasco, the whosoever, you see all of them chilling to Hilltop. But now you can even see the deputy minister then to Mary spot. So opposition point you go, you see there. Because of what? Because they say they have already reached the zenith. What are we this? Politics, there is life after politics, my people. Absolutely. There is life. You know, yesterday I saw some people that went to wish my boss man well on his birthday. I was like, This is why when I see some of my brother they killing themselves for politics, when I see some of my brother they killing themselves for politician, some of the posts that I saw on Facebook, those that you think that will not even post for him again, I saw their posts on social media. I would say that I say we the young generation, we need to be looking and seeing what's happening. Are we learning from this?
Yep.
Are we learning from the people that we always bar muffing other people from? We are not. We are not, because we want to make it look like, if I talk for my political leader Darlington, it means that Darlington will not give my lay chicken chin like he's supposed to give me every day. Or Darlington will not pay my lay 1,000 or 2,000 or 7,000 I pay for the university.
Not to call you up, Boakai. Sometimes their political leaders, I can't even get a chicken chin. The poor they can be insulting like poor can get a chicken chin.
I tell you.
But let me say this, Boakai, and let me just hold you there to chime in on this point. I see one of our viewer, Nate Slebo, is commenting. When they go low, you go high. Nate, don't waste my time. That was Hillary Clinton in the American democracy. You're talking about a country like Liberia, where the guys are not even interested in political debate. They are not even interested on the issues. You're talking about when they go low, you go high. Okay, when they kill a pizza, so you're going to put your hand up. You're going to take it. And you think power like the pizza party? Boakai, I am telling you that the opposition will see more of these kinds of activities and that they need to prepare themselves. Don't just sit down and say you will mobilize the people on election day when they cheat you. It's not possible. Mr. Weah knows about this. He enjoys this. In fact, he was very happy. How many hours did it take the president to recount the toting of casket in the country? The CDC did it on Friday. If the president now wanted that, he could have called a press conference that's in Saturday, rather, and say he don't allow these kinds of things in the political party. That people should not be doing them. But he enjoys it. In fact, the young comrades in the CDC, they are being campaign move from the one. The CDC opposes themselves. They are the only government that opposing themselves. So if the opposition like, they can sit down and wait and think that the power will come around them, like the guy will be bringing the chobeta and kueh to you to eat. They can keep on playing. Talking about when they go low, you go high. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, when they were running, he said they go low, you go high. You don't go low with them. If the guys go low, it's better you go low and all of you come up together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, Boakai, you will see more of these kinds of activities, and all over the country, you will see that. It is not just in Monrovia. Watch. The guys prepare and waited for this moment. Again, like I said, the people that you see that can normally be Osa, those are not people who got Facebook pages.
Mm-hmm.
They are not the traditional intellectuals. They are ruffians. They are under special instruction that when you are against the regime and you stand before them, you must be crushed. The opposition were only playing laissez-faire because the COP were doing all of their political agitation. The Student Unification Party was doing all their political agitation. Now that school have closed or school will be opening soon, you will not have the Student Unification Party now confronting the regime. The party will not do that again because guess what? The party will only be hosting press conferences because if the party starts staging struggle now against the regime, it could appear ideologically that it is a fight for the opposition. And the party will not want to do that. Even though the party wants to change the regime, the party will always want that the Liberian people should go to the pool and decide and vote whoever they want to be their leader. But election, Boakai, they are not just break on election day. So if opposition want to be sitting down and play, I understand. And again, there's what we're saying. Edwin Snow talking about, and they don't want. Look, they enjoy that. I see Eugene Nangbe. I see the issuing statement denouncing this thing. You know that it is not of the CDC campaign. But one thing that they fail to do is to tell us that they have conducted an investigation and they will condemn whoever sanctioned that kind of operation. To say, oh, the CDC campaign conducted an investigation and found out that operation was orchestrated by Mayor Jefferson Koji or the chairman of the Youth League, Emmanuel Johnson. and based on X, Y, and Z, we are suspending him of their position. They will not do so.
Yeah.
They will not do so. So they enjoy it. The boys
but Darlington, that operation was carried out by Emmanuel. Emmanuel was he waited for the casket of Duko, and Emmanuel will not do anything without the knowledge of Mayor Jefferson Koji.
Of course,
he will never.
Of course,
he will never do anything without the knowledge of me. So I see people talking, say, "Oh, blah blah blah." You rather expect us to sit here and allow Josh Manawia to allow his children to do such a thing? Then you say we shouldn't come and talk about it. It shouldn't be a center of discussion. No, if it were going to be Ambassador Joseph Boakai and his team now are going to do it, we're going to sit here and check with them and let them know that what they did was wrong. When you're going to be Mr. Kumis, we're going to do the same. What the CDC did was wrong. You just imagine the first day of campaign, you doing that as a sitting government. What message does that send? It means that you are the one breaking the laws that you agreed upon at Farmington.
But Boakai, stop mentioning Farmington. Because Farmington agreement is just a piece of flying sheet or a piece of paper. Let me tell you something. George, we have signed the Farmington agreement. And just after a few minutes of signing that agreement, he started to attack a Reginald Gurish. That Gurish stole a car. Didn't we talk about it on the show?
Yes.
He started attacking Gurish. You the Gurish man, you stole my car. Yo, yeah, with Chancellor, you stole my car. You went to my house, you stole my car. Yeah. Gurish told the members of president, stop walking behind me. I did not steal your car. It was too embarrassing. So, George, we are there for you. They want a violent-free campaign. You will see that even the regime, the one who have political power, will want to manage the peace and security of the country, the stability of the country. But George, they are not interested in that. Brother, for this last 2 months, these guys will be rough as rough can be. If you think sandpaper is rough, I think sandpaper is on the smoother side. You know the Doma Greater? That's how the CDC, they are rough like the Doma Greater. So to meet them at that Doma Greater space, you need to get smaller nails and make your own Doma Greater in a way that anywhere you rub the cassava, it will greater. If you want political power, but if you want to sit down and play psychedelic politics, look, there is nothing in defending yourself and responding proportionally. The international community will see who provoked the violence. They will know that you had the opportunity to respond. Political party are the fulcrum of the party, of political party. And you said that here, Boakai. The Youth League is the fulcrum of any political party. So if you have an ace presidential candidate, you cannot have the Congress in your Youth League who just want to drink beer and sit around and wear their fan shoe. Then you are not ready for power. Yeah. The Youth League, they must roll their sleeve. They must be in their boots. They must get in the trenches and all over. All over. No, now, you don't have nobody to do your political dirty work for you. Now want power. You must confront these elements for power. And it's okay to respond appropriately. But if you say, I understand, it's up to them. Maybe they think this power play is a pizza party. I will keep on saying, if they think it's a pizza party, they can continue to wait when the other person finish eating the pizza, they will bring one and call another slice. But they will not give you power. Elections are not just rigged on election day. The processes leading to election, it is the election and the vote rigging. But let me tell you something. The CDC has a strategy. The strategy is to fear people who support the opposition, not to go out in the street to vote for their side.
That's it.
By harassing the state. That's what they will continue to do. So, like the people who were campaigning, like Senator Dillon and other people who were handing out hand tags at Vamuma, when they see the avalanche of men from the CDC, they will not stand there because it will be confrontational. They will run away. They will run away. And when these boys are coming out, they don't get time to rationalize. They don't have time to intellectualize. You don't even see them on Facebook. They are just waiting for instruction. They are like leash dogs. My man, the Americans know that. They know that on the headquarters of the CDC, they know that they have extra men that they train in extra military activity to use for their political dirty work. In fact, you don't even see them. Some of them are not even hosted at the headquarters. They have, I picked up an intelligence report on them. In the country, Boakai, The guys have different training bases in different parts of the country. They got one in Bannersville. They got one on the Bourgeois Island. They got one in Pinsville. They just all over spread out. You don't see them. In fact, they don't even come outside easily. They are just there. No. They provide their food. They eat. They get what is all to take. They take it. One more kind, they have sex. And so is it.
That's it.
That's what they're doing there. They have a private jail cell on their party headquarters. They are prepared for power.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying go and do the same, but you must mobilize your people to respond appropriately, because in the absence of a proportional response, I don't think you are ready for power. And we'll be here. We'll come on Facebook for us. Our role is to continue to expose the ills in society and to sharpen the contradiction. We'll tell you. But again, Mr. Weah don't mean well for that country. We'll what they call Farmington Agreement.
Yeah, but when you be talking about the Farmington Agreement, we have our international partners, the ECOWAS, the United Nations, the World Bank, and other people that are spending their money for this election. They told us that yes, this is what we want, and you guys went and said yes, we agreed upon this particular document. So there is need that they live up to the tax. So now we kickstart campaign on the 5th, and we saw a few groups. We saw the CDC up in the street. We saw the Unity Party out in the street. But man, I don't see your people there.
We're out there. The LPP were out there.
The LPP, no. I only saw your men swimming. I only swimming. I saw the men doing. So,
no, if I respond to that swimming video, Councilor Gonglo decide to swim. This somebody commented and say, "Oh, the man get power here. He's showing your body. He's swimming." Councilor Gonglo, I envy the old man, my man. The man is a very good swimmer. Mama, who? The man swims and float on his back. Mama, it is exercise.
But man, last week, Cloud got open. I only ask. I see you on the street. I see.
We were there on the first day of campaign. I can say in the video, but we were there. We were campaigning too.
Okay, I see the folk of Mr. Cummings. I don't know. Probably they say it's just a beginning of
the ANC people. They weren't out. They said they sent out text messages, SMS messages. Yeah.
Letting the people know that campaign officially starts, so you should
send a message. Mama, the ANC people, they put I just American people.
They put their money.
I the American people get campaign, mama. I can jump my ANC people. So, all due respect, they posted they send SMS messages, they send text messages. So you just want to maybe Lone Star or Orange and say hello to your subscriber. How much it will cost us to send test to 1 million subscribers? Oh yeah, y'all pay this. Mama, they call it the bughead approach.
So former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf challenged President Weah administration to conduct a free and fair election, while encouraging females to take advantage of the electoral process.
Let Ellen Leo, man.
Yeah, Ellen say,
Grandma just need to lead us. Grandma, please, if you're listening to the show, please lead us. We beg you, spend some time on your coffee table. We'll get you more coffee and honor the palaver. Grandma, leave us. Now, the same one, Grandma, when Grandma tell she can say, when Mary brought Mayor Erimao of Kigali, Grandma just left. Grandma will beg you, please.
Darlington, she's a former president of the Republic of Liberia.
Grandma in a regular election business. Then she want to put up a free fair election. Like Grandma, leave people, man.
She's partaking, and she may be one of the decision maker in the coming October election, though. Because
what kind of decision maker?
She's playing her card well, bro. She's playing her card well, and I can say this. Ellie told us here that once she's alive, Joseph Boakai will not be president. And this is the last chance of the former vice president, Joseph Boakai. So if she play her card well and not make and make sure Ambassador Boakai is not president of the Republic of Liberia come October 10. I tell you, my man.
Yeah.
Danito are coming. All the things are playing behind the scene. All the things. They say Ellie Hena is Ellie is the master. Koizia Musa Belete causing no Musa Belete causing trouble in all the people there. Who is Musa Belete? Musa Belete is like a grandson to Ellie Johnson Sally. When you see Eric Snow running from here and there to the supporting Josh Weah. Who is Ellie Snow? Ellie Snow is like a grandson to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. A man like Amara Conan are supposed to be behind the United Party. They serve in the United Party government. A man like Amara Conan are supposed to be behind the United Party, making sure that Ambassador Boakai win. You can hear Amara Conan talking about United Party. You can't hear them because they are direct, a representative of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. The agnostic Gafuane. You can hear them talking about Joseph Boakai. No, you can hear them. You can hear them because they are working directly for Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. So I'm not saying that Ellen
I
is.
just want to say, to their credit, to Gav, I know Gav is still a member of the Unity Party, but Gav is an international man. I think the role he served as the African Development Bank, I think in Kampala, will prevent him from being active political activity. I just want to say that you can be at that role, at that kind of international job, and you be actively involved into the traditional politics of your country. I don't think it is pretty. But I know that Gav is still a member of the UP. Amara, yeah, you could say Amara could be actively involved with the UP campaign, but Amara is focused on a senatorial bid in Gbapolu. So Amara to one power in Gbapolu. Amara is struggling the Amara way in Gbapolu. Everybody must focus on where they want to be. So Amara is working, my man.
Talinto, let me tell you. When it comes to Amara Conan, the entire Gbapolu, he will win Gbapolu landslide. Let's forget about Amara. Even the incumbent that they men know.
Let me tell you something. The men need to keep working as if the election will be held today and keep a foot on the gas. No complacency. And my man, I like what Amara is doing in Gbapolu. He goes to Gbapolu. He comes from the US. You don't even see Amara in town. He always in Gbapolu, making farm, engaging the people. The planting the other and see that he's there. And that's it, my man. So, again, he could have been actively involved with the UP campaign, but I don't know for whatever reason. But again, maybe he's engaged in some type of way. We don't know,
All right, so folks, this is what we're talking about. And the campaign start on the 5th. It was on a Saturday, and it's our first edition of the show. So we'll have your interaction with us this morning. Darlington, if you have anything to add up before we open the phone lines, or
I listened to the standard bearer of the Unity Party, Mr. Joseph Boakai, conducting an interview with the VOA. I don't know whether you have that recording.
Let me see if I can hear it.
Yeah, if you don't have it, I probably can send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me.
So Uncle Joe, and that's why you said Boakai on the show. The politics should not divide us.
Mm-hmm.
We can disagree, but look, it shouldn't divide us. And I tell people all the time, the way the ordinary people, respond with things with high temperaments, it's not how the traditional politicians act.
No.
Uncle Joe, some of you who can be dealing with Costa on the show, Uncle Joe say Costa like his son. Even though they're not working together now, he see things differently. I'm sure Costa see it differently. But we should leave this personal attacking people because they don't support you. If somebody don't support you today, that doesn't mean that they cannot support you tomorrow. Politics must be a game of competing of ideas. If somebody don't support you today, don't take Panadol for somebody else's headache. When Costa say that JMB is ungrateful, or the Unity Party people are ungrateful, you and myself are not there. Boakai, when Henry Costa and Joseph Boakai used to do their political transaction, were there?
No.
When Boakai calling Costa, they used to connect you and myself to the way?
No.
So only two of them know what happened. So they're not leading. The man said like his son. The son said, and I pa. So it's up to two of them. They'll resolve it. But let's think about people being. I'm not saying you can disagree with Henry or respond to him if he attacks your side. But I think Joseph Boakai spoke. In fact, the same thing happened.
The recording, please send me the recording.
I will probably have to find it here. Hold on. I'm sending it to you right now on WhatsApp.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we just want to play that recording, and I like the way that the ambassador Joseph Boakai is playing the entire case with Henry Costa. I like the way he's playing that maturity role.
My man, that no deep down, not just maturity role.
Yeah, but that's why he know what this particular character is.
That boy used to do for that papi, my man. Yeah, make it to all.
Yeah, but my point here is that he know what this particular person in question is capable of doing.
Absolutely.
When it comes to assistance, when it comes to damages and whatsoever thing, he know what this particular character is capable of doing. So he's playing. When I like the one when people asking about Henry, he will say, "Henry is my son," and he still believe that Henry is his son.
I said it to you.
Yeah, they don't have the same political. They are not going the same political line now, and he respect Henry for that.
Yeah,
Henry can make his decision. Ambassador Boakai now making his decision. Those that believe in him, they are with him. Since Henry know that, I don't no longer believe in his ideology, let me go my way. And Ambassador Boakai do respect him for that, and that's how they've been going on. So
yep. And by the way, I just sent you the interview. It's a great interview. I listened. The Omen Joe Boakai addressed the casket toting situation, and that he's back into the country and so forth. It's a great interview. I think he did excellently well. And we thought to shine light on that. But again, so this politics should not divide us. At the end of the day, we all one Liberian. There is not a skill that you can put to say, oh, the people in opposition love the country more than the people. Not all of the people in a ruling establishment are bad. Not all of the people in CDC are bad, are extremely corrupt. There are some people who are in the CDC who want transformation for their country. But like some of you are doing opposition. Some people disagree with you, you won't go after them. So some of these brothers too in the CDC, when they want to disagree with their friends, they are careful that they will go after their life, they will go after them. So they just stay on the sidelines. Some of you in opposition, the moment we say, oh, we see things differently. Oh, that is not calling you not smart. You can't do that. You must show tolerance. So when we come here and talk about positive things that Joe Boakai is doing, oh, you love to, yay. The conversation is making sense. No. Then you are no different. The only difference between you and the CDC is that you don't have political power, and that when we gave you power, you are even go after some of us who are critical of how you are proceeding. Going after somebody means you will come under the cover of darkness to their house. When people say something, you must show tolerance even when you disagree. Speak to the issue. Avoid your personal attacks.
That's it. And they should be accepting more criticism because they want to get to where the CDC is now. So they should be accepting more criticism than any other political party. Not only the Unity Party, but the ANC people.
Everybody.
So, Mr. Cummins, oh, that's the time. They will start calling you names. They start calling you set out, how your future, your whole career now die, how the other one for you, blah, blah, blah. I mean, that for me to post the money. I say, oh, okay, FM hosted an opinion pool, and Mr. Cummins, Clarence Monuba,
right,
top, Mr. Alexander Cummins, Clarence Monuba got 9 votes, Mr. Cummins got 2 votes, and Joseph Boakai got 28 plus. What job we got 19. Just for me to post out the money, the AAC people say my career fini. Costa fini damaging my entire career. I say it means that anybody would tell me say that Costa not direct Boakai camera career, it means that they not even following me or they not even listen to me on the show. But that's for a fact. But because those that following the show every morning and know that what we've been saying here, they know that they know our stay point. They know what we've been talking. So we will play the ambassador voice, Ambassador Joseph Boakai, his interview before the Unity Party people say we not play it. The main voice again.
Oh yeah, we talk about it on the show. We talk about everything. If I brought it up,
Let's listen to it. Very good. It's been quite a busy one, but as always, it's been a very pleasant one. Meeting friends, meeting family members, meeting partisans, and people who show true love to you is always a pleasing idea to be
Thank you so much. Again, the National Elections Commission, Mr. Vice President, has announced the beginning of campaigning for the October 10 election. How are your coalition ready? Is your coalition ready for the campaigning?
Very much so. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there, but I don't think I'm missing anything because I have competent people on the ground and they are handling things very well, but the coalition is very much on the ground.
This afternoon, Mr. Vice President, I saw an article coming from Liberia, and I saw a casket that was being paraded around Monrovia by supporters of the ruling party, suggesting that perhaps it was your casket. Yeah. So I want to give you a chance to react to that.
That's unfortunate because after going and signing up to a peaceful election, for you to be depicting that, I think is unfortunate. But again, that's the CDC. We know them. That's how they are. But Unity Party will never be drawn into that.
I want to ask you, Mr. Vice President, many Liberians are asking also, what are the chances that the opposition will do well, particularly when they say you all are bitterly divided? What are the chances for the election?
Well, I don't know what to talk about divided. Who are divided? I mean, we don't believe so. We may not be working with certain people, but we do understand that there's democracy. But as far as the Unity Party collaboration is concerned, we are strong enough to be able to go into that election. We do hope in the future, if there's any reason to draw on people, that we all see the bigger picture and work together.
And that's what I want to ask you, because I just interviewed someone who is a vice presidential candidate from another party, suggesting that perhaps I mentioned the division among the opposition, and that person suggested, well, don't worry, when time comes, we will come together. Is that possible?
Very much so, because, I think the Liberians know the situation on the ground. They know very well that the we are government is a no-go for Liberia. And I believe that's what will bring us together to make sure that we are goals so that the country can begin to see improvement, growth, and a real plan for development.
But, Mr. Vice President, you are talking about an incumbent president. One would think that the opposition should be approaching this election united, not to wait until a second round. That's wishful thinking.
Well, we are not looking for a second round. We are seeing in the event that happened, but I've never been the one looking for a second. We believe that we're going to election to make it one round. But we are saying the options are there, but one round is what Unity Party and our collaborators are looking for.
I want to ask you about Mr. Benani Yuri. You and Mr. Benani Yuri and Mr. Henry Costa were good friends. I remember, too, the last time I met with you, you were there with Henry Costa. You fell up with Mr. Alexander Cummings, now Yuri and Costa. What is your view on these developments?
You say good friends. Maybe the word good may not be there anymore, but I don't let go friendship. I don't overlook it. But there are times in life that you have differences and people go their way. You can't stop it. I was not the one who rented from them. I made a decision that maybe was not acceptable to them, but it was my right to make a decision, and I made it.
Do you hold any grudge against any of these people?
Never. And I told them over and again, I reached out to them. I don't hold any grudge against anybody. Decisions are to be made, and they were made, and we made them to know the reason we made a decision. If they didn't agree with them, well, they still have time to think over them, but it was in the best interest of a way forward.
Mr. Vice President, before I let you go, the issue of your health was plotted all over the world by Mr. Henry Costa someone that you refer to as your son. How's your health?
Well, Henry Costa might be a doctor of another kind who can determine the health of people, but I'm moving around, and who should know best about their own health but himself? So maybe he knows more than the doctors and more than myself, but he's still my son.
Mr. Vice President, thank you so much. A pleasure.
You know, Boakai, on the show, we try to bring the news as it is, balanced, credible, and from reliable sources. Let me say this. So there's one ranting. It is not just
CDC.
the CDC that is peddling this one ranting.
Yeah.
It is also the Unity Party.
Yeah.
And it is very delusional to peddle this kind of argument that you're going to win the election in one round. Possibly you can. I'm not uprooting that. But with the unfolding political realities in the country, it is not possible. And I was talking to a friend from Nimba. The expectation from Nimba will be very, very low. If the Unity Party think that Nimba County will be one of those counties that they will sweep landslide, well, it's a steep hill to climb. Again, Joseph Boakai again talking about, and you see the journalists follow the issues in the country. They recounted some of the people that he fell apart with. You fall apart with Mr. Cummings, Mr. Ure, and now Henry Costa. What do you make of that? And Mr. Joseph Boakai, in the same interview, as beautiful that I think it is, failed to understand that he's not acknowledging the fact that there is opposition, there's unity. There's no unity within the opposition. He said, you don't understand. Well, and Joseph Boakai is hoping that if the election do go to second round, that because the overall majority of the Liberian people believe that George Weah should go, that they will get support from all over. Uncle Joe, I don't think so. Because the way the bitterness is in this opposition, I don't think so. You are the one power. You are the one who must roll your sleeve. You are the one who should go about reconciling your people and reconciling certain brothers in the opposition. But your failure to do that, Joe Boakai loved to drag his feet and be laissez-faire. I fear that you could deliver a victory. I fear that could happen. I might be wrong.
Yep. So we played that voice, and now my problem here is that because last time this was what Mr. Bernard Ure said to his people. You listen to Joseph Boakai keenly. Let's listen to what Bernard Ure said.
Especially what transpired with ALP and Unity Party. We thought that all Liberians were good Liberians. We thought all Liberians were good Liberians. In the interest of the country, we did certain things. We thought at that time it was the best for the country. And when you fight for your country, and your country deport you or expel you, what can you do? I want the world to know that we did not leave Unity Party. Unity Party left us. They put us out. When you work with a group for 6 years, and at the closing moment they tell you we don't want no collaboration with you, that's the biggest betrayal ever. And they influence us to start the Democratic Alliance. At the conclusion of the day, they said they didn't need the Democratic Alliance again because there was no confusion in the party. They wanted to form the Democratic Alliance, so in the instant when things didn't go well for them, in their party they had a fallback position, the Democratic Alliance. the convince. Me and Professor Larry Topa, we were the two founding leaders of the Democratic Alliance. Until today, they have hijacked the document for the Democratic Alliance along with the money that was sent to America to help open the account for the Democratic Alliance. My people, you know, and what they do is they have the nerve to get on the social media and try to castigate us, talking about party of a few. The party of a few, and you still crying behind us, and you say that we're not support you. I want to use this opportunity to let you all know that the executive committee have passed that we no longer support Unity Party. The executive committee made that decision, and we do not no longer support Unity Party. And the reason why is because of how they treated us. Almost four of our candidates, they took them away from us. Based on the fact that they're from the same tribe and the same county, they took them away from us.
I mean, let Mr. Yuri there. Let Mr. Yuri there.
So,
We,
but
there's-
that's what, it's good that we bring the discussion like this. Then the people will make a sense. Don't Ambassador Boakai said he made a decision.
decision has to be made.
Decision have to be made. Probably the decision that was made, it didn't go the ALP way. So the ALP said they felt betrayed in the process.
You know, let me say this, right? Again, politics it's not a church board business meeting. If I even in the church board meeting, politics is played at its highest.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand Mr. Yure on concern of betrayal. But Mr. Yure must be reawakening because you see, politics is a game full of betrayal.
Yeah.
Where even people you work with in the 11th hour in their quest for power, they will negotiate your neck for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I know for a fact, Professor Larry Toba is my old man. I know for a fact that they were putting together the Democratic Alliance, the DA. And Alaric was the one who was, compiling the document to organize the Democratic Alliance. I am not saying, I am not going to suggest for Joe Boakai on what he wants to do about his running mate. He wants power. He knows what team is viable for him or best suited for him. The only thing I can do is to opinionate. So him picking whoever he wants to pick, and that's why I blame people like Costa, who sold that narrative to the masses to tell the people that whoever Joseph Boakai picked will support it.
That's it.
Because when Costa said that, he probably thought that Joseph Boakai was going to operate under the scope of good conscience. But politics is very dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
You don't give political people a blank check and expect them to go to the shopping mall and get you things that you wanted to get. You must clearly spell out exactly what you want them to get. And that's when nobody will bring that Joseph Boakai, Josh me around me. When they say, the paper would make a decision, it was an understanding that the paper was going to operate within a scope of honesty and in a scope of wisdom. Even when other people saw it differently, the way the paper even managed the crisis. The leaked text that we all read in the media. You are invited to the program as my son. You don't even, somebody who have been working with you all these years, you don't invite them in that way. Joe Boakai know how to reach Costa. And Mama Boakai, I'm telling you, the proximity that both of them share, only two of them know. Mama, look, if I Costa will come on the same show and be bragging that anything Joe Boakai will even literally give Costa a rundown of his daily activities.
Absolutely.
So somebody who have been working with you closely will feel betrayed that you are treating them this way because now you have new political friends. They don't feel some type of way. My man, even boyfriend and girlfriend, the little time that I have stayed, into social activities, the time you want a sister out to part ways. You have peaceful negotiable talks and bring her to understanding that, I'm a family man now. Madam, it's not possible. Females as they are, we have issues, but some of them will leave from that conversation knowing that you spoke truth and you were sincere in the conversation with them. So Joe Boakai did not manage this situation quite rightfully so. I, for one, I said, look, if you are going to pick Yombly Kanga Lawrence, Costa, Madam Sarah Beslo Yanti, for example, people who bring to the table, especially Madam Yanti, other people. Look, even if it was not a Costa show, if Costa was not severely better that Joe Boakai did not name him, it was just about the sincerity aspect of it. Knowing if you, the whole consideration of VP, you are not even near my VP consideration. I don't know what Boakai told him so, and he's speaking in the picture. I will not lie. I was not in those conversations. We all heard. We don't know. But again, all of the writings are clearly printed on the wall that when Joseph Boakai met the NDR as if he has met his visa to heaven. And my man, I spoke to my comrade Princeton Lofen from Nimba. That comrade was giving me the political detailed narrative of how possibly the votes in Nimba could turn out. Mind you, Senator Prince Johnson is going for re-election. He's going to be saving his neck. He's not going to be viciously campaigning for Prince Johnson and for Joseph Boakai simultaneously. He will not be doing that. Let the people from Nimba can take call. Prince Johnson too want to show political supremacy. In fact, the Senate is a retirement package for Senator Johnson. So if Prince Johnson go to the election and he don't properly do what he's supposed to do and he get flogged because he was campaigning for Joe Boakai, then he will lose everything. So Senator Johnson too will be campaigning for himself and want to pull his own victory card. The people who supported Edith Gongo will believe that Jeremiah Kun, with the help of CDC, stole the election from them in Nimba. Open the line here from people of Nimba, they will call and tell you. It was the time that Jeremiah Kun was hugely supported by the CDC. In fact, the CDC said that their senatorial candidate in Nimba was Jeremiah Kun. Didn't the CDC say that? Let's be realistic. Let's be honest. Then you're looking for who's doing business with the CDC. You're really looking for who's doing business with the CDC. And let me say here, not as a political prophet, but as a man who read ahead of time, that when the elections are stolen or votes have been raided, I will not be surprised to see Jeremiah Kun among one of the very first few people that will congratulate Mr. Weah. And they will say the country will not win. The country is surrounded by water. Then some of us now will be looking for We Agree t-shirt because it is the way you play politics. Again, Joseph Boakai is a deacon. He's a deacon in his church. The good book of wisdom, whether you a Muslim, you believe in the Quran, or you Christian, you believe in the Holy Bible. You don't deal in fraud. In fact, the Holy Quran has a surah, Surah Al-Mutakil. It talks about dealers in fraud. If you deal in fraud, you will get paid. In fact, the Bible says, be not deceived, for God has not mocked. Whatsoever a man sow, he reaps. So if Joe Boakai sow a seed of discord, he will reap it. If Henry Costa lied on this old man sincerely, only time will uncover or unravel all of the happenings. Time will certainly tell. The masses will get to see what is happening, what has happened, and the people will understand. Uncle Joe, you deacon. Maybe you are sincere to the Liberian people, and other people are painting a wrong picture of you. I am not coming here to defend Costa. If Costa genuinely, sincerely, in a house of hearts, is presenting a picture to the Liberian people that you hurt him so badly, time will certainly tell. Because if, my man, God is a God of justice now. He's a just God. He's a just God for the old, and he's a just God for the young. So in the nature of politics.
All right. So we will take some calls on 0770-102-102-86, 01038355102-102. Those in the diaspora. The WhatsApp number is +231-888-624171. That's the WhatsApp number. You can call and be a part of the discussion. You listen to what we've been saying here. Listen to the 2 recording. Now is your time to participate in the process. Once again, the WhatsApp number is +231 888 624171. Please, you will have to be saver in the discourse. Saver in the discourse. We ain't say you shouldn't disagree, but I disagree severely. Let's take our first caller here on the line this morning. Good morning. Your name is John from?
Yeah, good morning, Seiko. Good morning, Boakai. This is Vincent here, calling from the US.
Welcome, Vincent.
I listened. I followed the VOA presentation from Mr. Boakai or the Vice President Boakai. But why the similar use very, although I'm not supposed Costa, but like looking at somebody who was there for you all through of your life, even to the point of nobody recognize you after the election, you were almost like in Como. Then you look at me, tell me, say you is your daughter, and it's the same man I used to take you to the hospital to make sure for you to get good meal before taking a medicine. Then you see the man, tell me, say, oh, is he my daughter? Forget it, nobody, all the men doing for you. Even you say, okay, Costa my son. Is that teaching on I want to say Costa my son?
No, my brother. He was asked.
That's a cheat.
Listen, my man. He was asked a specific question here. He was asked, we overheard, we seen news filtering in the air that your health condition isn't good, and even Mr. Costa talked about it. So he said, if Costa is a doctor, probably he didn't want to know.
That's a cheat. If you tell him Malati, that means you give a cheat. The first of all, we say Costa my son. I think I want you to do.
So all you wanted him to do was that he only say Costa my son and forget the issue.
You could tell you say, oh no, all those things I want to discuss on it, because what I want to tell you is, as I say, Costa my son, I want to use those stick on our, because those things I pass by. I want to even discuss on it.
All right, thank you. Let's take another person here. That's your view. Let's take this person. Good morning. Your name is joining us from?
Good morning, Boakai and Darlington. This is T. Kelvin Shepard joining you from Kansas, Member.
Welcome. How is this morning?
Go by fine. Member is okay. And every Member, as you may be aware, is gearing up for the rescue team as always.
Okay, go ahead and make a contribution, my brother.
Thank you. Darlington, I would love to say a very big thank you to you for your deliberation this morning. But I think we should get rid of certain norms and culture which has become a normal tendency for Nigerians, and that has to do with it. If it's not me, it shouldn't be any other person. So I think all of us have the ambition to rescue this country together, and for which we were there with true messages of the rescue team. So now that it didn't go the other way, I think we should also see it from the perspective of patriotism and common war, and let's just reconcile and put our differences aside. I think that will help us in Labrador, because all of us are aware. We are aware that this government has failed. This regime has done everything possible to get Liberia backward. So we're not supposed to sit and watch these things happening as conscious manner, Liberians. We're supposed to see it. Hello?
Yeah. Let me ask you this question. So it means that the only way you can be patriotic is by supporting Ambassador Boakai. So if you support any other political party, you are not patriotic.
That's
not what I'm saying. Hello?
He's talking about reconciliation.
That's not what I'm saying. But we are looking at the winnable, and we also look at the pros and cons of these candidates who are involved. They are available.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's take Mazi from the diaspora. Good morning, my brother. Welcome.
Good morning, Boakai. Had a morning. And let me say good morning to Darlington and happy birthday to him. Let me dive a little bit into the issue, because this issue is very, very important. I mean, if we're looking at people who serve the CDC, we will say that Jeremiah Carlton, he was aligned with the CDC, but he never took a CDC of party form. Let's do the same way as Helen Costa. Helen Costa aligned with the CDC for a couple of months. All right, let's get past that one out. Let us look at Helen Costa, what he said. Helen Costa said that if Ambassador Boakai even said pick dog, he will support that person. If he appoint anybody, if he select anyone, he will support. The thing of Ben Nigeria, the interview that Ben Nigeria had on Henry Costa Show that morning, when Henry Costa interviewed Ben Nigeria on his show, Ben Nigeria also said the same thing. He said that he has led with Ambassador Boakai who to choose. Now, if Ambassador Boakai chooses, the man comes in.
Yeah, but my brother, I think my brother, I think we all have our right. That's why the Constitution provided for us. So if you believe, for instance, now, if I don't know the political party that you are supporting or the candidate that you are supporting, later on, if
I am supporting. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so later on, if you realize that the person that you are supporting in the upcoming election is no longer going the direction that you are going, or have started dancing with people that you think will not help the country, it's your right to associate and disassociate, right?
Yeah, it is not right. Nobody is saying that it's not right. But let us look at the left of time. I want you to look at the left of time that Henry Costa keep praising Ambassador JMB. He keep praising Ambassador JMB. When he went his last year, he went to the Unity Party, in front of Unity Party, what he said. Now, so it is now that Henry Costa telling us that Ambassador Boakai is not good. After you have sued Ambassador Boakai for more than 5 months, more than 5 years, more than 5 years. So now, few months to the election, so now that's the time that you are telling us that Ambassador Boakai is not good. We will not listen to that.
All right, thank you. We will not listen to that. Let's take this person from here. Good morning, welcome. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, you are in a noisy environment, my brother. Your name, where joining us from?
I'm Felix Player from Cardwell.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, you know, if you need the party people, they can do the things to other people, like for some other supporters that they won't go. They can do the things to some other. Even when they say something, you go and say something contrary to what they say. You see, you're not serious, you're not even educated. You what you are not really out. They can okay, doing the social media, those the party people post the level. One of the person that get up is that a Martin Kula. One Martin Kula says something and you go accuse it or Jim good promo, they share for the sit on water food. Once they say something, you go accuse it. Without futility. And in the whole thing, you should know that everybody will not support your staff. Sample. And the Unity Party forgetting to know that 25 cities you will come Monterano, and any city there in the rural country.
Okay.
If you go for Monterano, and any city there in the rural country, Unity Party campaigning in Monterano, while people in the local taking behind their back. In the market, they should be that the election will be on job. When the election is down with the one and we go to the second one, Unity Party will deputy law. As the way I see for all of political analysis in the country. To be very careful because the way to get a bad block in the opposition, as soon as you have the opposition party will support them into the second one. When it comes to the criminal aspect, who get criminal right now is the party more than that who go for me. The party is getting more criminal in the country when it comes to political criminal. Political criminal is very bad in common criminal. Common criminal then I didn't want to get in here. But it's political criminal that damaging the country because what we can do with it.
All right, thank you so much. Let me make way for other callers. 077-012-102-86-010383 555-102-102. Those in the diaspora, the WhatsApp number is +231-888-624171. Let's take this person here. Good morning. Your name is joining us from?
Hello?
Yeah, your name is joining us from?
Oh, I'm Alex Manuel calling from Minnesota. Hi, BJ. Hi, Mr. Collins.
Welcome.
How's guys doing?
Welcome.
Yeah. You know, it's something you guys had a power. Although you BK and Diana Collins, you guys talk to us almost every day, every morning. You are not politicians, but to us, you guys are leaders, to social leaders. People talk to us, electing our minds. So before you take some, you gotta make proper assessment, both present and future assessment. See, the brother always say, I don't support no party. I know that he's a political animal. We are politicians. I know you support somebody secretly. But
let me tell you, I got somebody smart.
4 5 years, do same effort good here, but he and small will love you because we listen to you. We are your follower. So after 5 years, you convince people, you convince her. Then the last minute, 4 or 5 months of the election, say, I don't want to blah, blah, blah. I'm not listening to you. I'm not condemning. I'm a parent because I'm my parent. I love him because he's my condemned. So I got the same parent blood. But realistically, I never supported Boakai, but because of him, I supported Boakai. Because I feel like it's a fine man. I will support Boakai no matter what. Because I don't want Joe to retain power.
Thank you so much. Before you say it, let me just talk it clear.
Why you laying your own complaint? I want to tell the people who you supporting now.
let me be bold.
You don't stutter. What happening?
Muka Kamara is like, somebody that he's running a CDC ticket.
He's a family friend.
Yeah. He's running for district number 14. He's the next lawmaker there in district number 14. Take it or leave it. And that's the only person I will come up publicly to say that I am supporting in these elections.
Don't get me wrong. On the show, I have said, I know a lot of young brothers who their hands are tied. They are against the CDC, but they support Kekula Muka Kamara. That guy in district number 14. Muka is a very good guy. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
A friendship cut across beyond party lines. So I was just happy that the only candidate in the CDC that you are supporting is Muka. I'm very happy about that. So when I saw that, but my only question to you and people who are supporting CDC candidates is that when they go to the legislature, will there be lawmakers who will hold George Weah accountable, or they will just let things slide again? I don't see it in him.
Okay, so
I don't see it in
Darlington, why Muka running on CDC ticket? Muka is running on CDC ticket because where he's contesting is densely populated by seditions. The Claro Town, the whole Claro Town. Also, and the person that been winning in that particular area. Yeah, the person that been winning in that particular area is AVC, Abraham Famuya Kone, and he been winning on CDC ticket. So now he's no longer on CDC ticket.
You could be right, but I will wait. When I come back on the show, maybe tomorrow, I will do an analysis with District 14 to see how many votes the opposition garnered in District 14 when Darius Dillon ran twice for the Senate. Maybe Clarendon and other places fall to the opposition. So it may not be a CDC strong territory again. You never know. But I will do that research. But again, like your CDC man.
Yeah, let me take this caller. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning to you, Boakai. Good morning to Darlington. Don't start attacking Boakai.
I tell you.
I got to attack the man too. I'm a man.
Why are you attacking the man a lot? You know, say, for the Costa Show is worldwide. Start attacking the man. I'm not begging man. Attacking the man. The man know what he's doing.
The only CDC candidate men supporting like Muka.
Hey, guess what?
Good morning to guys in the studio.
I can go to Joya and be supporting Muka. Me, Joya can move from here to the computer.
So if the boy print Muka share with Joya, Petro, and Muka, you aware? Yes.
No, I don't wear party t-shirt.
I
never worn party t-shirt. I would never wear party t-shirt.
Why is the men
go ahead?
When they put Muka Petro and pull it big, then they put Joey in the back. How you wearing that? Muka show man.
Yeah. Go ahead, Pastor Boy. You're lying.
No man, yeah, Boakai, are you getting me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey. Yeah, Boakai, I want to say something to what the journalist
Pastor
The
Boy,
line is bad. Let me
always
call back.
Yeah, I don't know. From Nigeria, his line is always. But let's take Pangomo Kamara. Pangomo, good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, Boakai Kamara, good morning. Good morning. Better check. How you doing, sir?
Welcome.
Okay. Everyone off for straight. You know, Boakai, I'm not calling the town. The thing is how convincing to make until I write it on the channel. Politics, that's what if you don't have, there's something that happened to Costa help to me. But 1984, I joined Unity Party in Canada, I was a new week chairman. In 1984, we live on Catholic Dinia or car. We live on a whole time. All the people here, all Thomas in Canada. With the order, I think you never know it can no other party. Voted for no party beside Unity Party. At the end of the day, but they which God that will guide in Liberia and will create all the atmosphere, creating all the party for somebody never to succeed. You know, I was getting there, huh? We get it, 97. The NPSL, NPP show as a water on cut it down.
Okay.
You know the party, 97. We did it. One of the only listeners here.
Okay, let's go to the point, Pangomo. We have to
take the point that there. They will not, others will not be surprised.
Okay.
The group that surrounded, I'm a unity party. I'm a after 97 in Jakarta. This is 7. I may want to war with us in the temple. Today, people more like people be today unity party more than me. But anyway, you don't want to see all.
Okay, so what you are saying
that, so the group that surrounding Joseph Boakai right now, SCA, Bani Property, Gary, say, Boakai care, he can't let us get information with them, to back on the whole constitution of Unity Party, and say,
all right, Pangomo. Sorry, we have to take other call out. The line is really busy this morning, and we have to take. Hello, good morning, welcome. Your name is joining us from.
Good morning, Boakai. My name is Roland Freeman. I'm calling from Columbus, Ohio.
Welcome.
So I have my take on the issue discussed this morning. First of all, I want to talk about the tape that was for both Ambassador Boakai and Mr. Yuri. You know, the blame is on both sides, but we have been following the process of political discussion and what they've been involved into from almost 6 years now. Mr. Yuri have clearly said in the past that he does not want to be a vice president. He didn't want positions. Mr. Ambassador Boakai had the choice to choose whoever he wants, and they will support the club. He have said it time without numbers. Now, Henry Costa on the ratio Facebook page, from time to time, he has said it over and over. In the very last meeting, what changes? What changes was when Henry Costa was being pushed by individuals outside of that terrain, of Joe Boakai terrain, to create an ambition for political office, and they were trying to play him into that. And that's my opinion. So nobody can argue with me. It's your choice to decide what you want to say.
Okay.
But I think that's what led to Henry Costa and Mr. Yue falling apart. The other thing is, I heard Mr. Collins trying to say that Mr. Boakai betrayed the cause, never conducted the process correctly that led to this whole fall apart. That is not true. What led to it is that Mr. Boakai had a choice to make a decision that was best in the interest of the Liberian people, and he did that. And the other folks disagree with him.
Okay,
and so, like he correctly said in his hello.
Yeah, Darlington want to ask you a question. Darlington, go ahead.
Chief, be fair.
Yes, go ahead.
Did I uprightly say that Joseph Boakai betrayed the cause? Were you actively listening?
Yeah, I was actively listening. You can go back to the tape.
No,
you said Joe Boakai did not properly control this. You said he betrayed the cause.
No,
Never follow exactly what. Yes, go ahead.
What I overheard Darlington saying is that Joe Boakai should have managed this situation adequately, because being a leader and wanting a position that you think those that need to get you to where you want to go, there is need that you handle situation with care. That was what he said.
Okay, so then my question to you guys in our studio: if you say that he should have managed the situation adequately, it means that the decision he made to choose a running mate was not adequately, done. No. So okay, then so you didn't explain how adequately you wanted him to manage the situation. Okay. Because I think what he did was the right thing, meaning that they gave him the choice to choose whoever he wants. You think Yomlikana Lawrence was not very angry? You think she didn't feel betrayed? Yes, she felt betrayed, but because of the love of country, she went back in our same camp. So what happened to Henry? What happened to Mr. Henry? I think the only reason is Henry ambition at the very end created an ambition to run a public office, and they wanted him to be planted into Joe Boakai camp as that person, and that's what threw him on the west side. I think it is important that they go back on the drawing board table among themselves, you and Henry, and decide on which side they want to go. Because from time to time, they have talked about the very government in power, the abuse of our people, the killings of our people, and everything. So let them go back and support our same government.
Okay, thank you so much. We'll take 3 to 4 more calls. Let's just say 4 calls. Then we wrap it up. Today, like our man's birthday. You ready to rest?
I tell you, man.
Yeah, the member today, many to.
I mean, I took the day off, man. I took the day off today.
Let's take this person. Let's take this person. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Boakai. Good morning to Darlington.
You are live with us, Edwin Sharif.
This is Edwin Sharif calling from Pingsville. Boakai, like I always say, CDC took casted, I think, on the opening day of the campaign. And this is not the first time for CDC to take casted. That the third time since I started knowing that part of the call CDC. The third time. But what CDC did, trust me, CDC was just wrong. And when it comes to Costa and Joe Boakai, trust me, I support Joe Boakai. I'm not a unity partisan. I love him. I support him. The same way I got love for Costa, I got love for Joe Boakai, and I would never ever criticize Costa for what going on between him and Joe Boakai. They will settle it. My focus is on the CDC to criticize them because I know they are doing more harm to Liberians.
Okay.
So
sorry, we take 3 more calls. Your line already gone. Let's take this person here. Good morning, welcome.
Hi, Boakai. My name is Shaw coming from Minnesota. What for me, I have made this. I want to go to my income policy. Happy birthday, and so because he told me that we're going to go second around with all the random words he's going to support our family. He makes that really stupid as well. Then we go second around supporting
you would not call to wish your incoming partisan happy birthday.
Okay, me a partisan.
So for real. So happy birthday.
I'm not a partisan of the LPP.
Okay, my brother.
Let me partisan. I'm going to look at Nigerian partisan, man. Don't waste my time.
Let's take 2 more calls here. +231 888 Yeah, a very wonderful show. So we take 2 more calls, then we wrap it up. We have to make way for our brother. Today is his birthday. We want to wish him. Yesterday, Henry Costa celebrated his. Darlington celebrating his on today. Tomorrow, I will be celebrating mine. So you see, let me take this person here. Good morning. Your name, where joining us from?
Good morning, Boakai, and good morning, Darlington.
Yeah, welcome. Your name, where joining us from?
My name is Amos T, calling from Maryland,
USA. Go ahead, make a contribution, my brother.
First of all, I will start by saying happy birthday to Dalito. You see, I wanted to show support Mr. Henry Costa, but I got serious problem with him quitting, and we've been talking about people being consistent and all of that, right? So Costa has said it so many times. Apart from Arizona B. Kuman, if Joseph Boakai even pick a puppy dog, he will vote for that puppy dog, or he will still support the Unity Party. And then he should think about the time that he was selling Joseph Boakai 2017. He said, Kojorobo and pricing. If you take the Kojorobo, you're going to get healed because it's a medication. But you take pricing, you're going to die. Some big problem with Costa right now that I'm speechless. Some people ask me, the haters of Mr. Costa ask me questions. I've been in bed with Harry. What become of your now? What become of Harry? When we used to tell your Harry was like this, you said no. So you see how he put out there some of his, he was not even thinking about some of his supporters. I've been there for him.
Mara, thank you so much. Now we take another person here this morning. We take one more call, then we wrap it up on the show this morning. Just one last caller. +231.
And tomorrow is our man Marco Bobby Boo birthday. Happy pre-birthday to Marco Bobby Boo.
Evangelist Maminta, good morning. Welcome to the show.
My old man, she can call me the video.
Morning. Yeah, thank you for keeping the show on. Man, let me tell you, I love Costa. Never stop supporting him, and will never stop supporting him. But if my child I give birth to, I'm not saying Costa is my child, but he's young enough to be my little brother and almost my child age. If you do wrong, I will tell you where you went wrong too. You gotta talk so and talk so. For the past years, we've been following Costa. Costa been saying he doesn't want to be anybody appointing him, the person appointing him, because he doesn't want anybody to control him. He want to be maybe senator. And this is what all the supporters have been here over the time he been giving all news. And then as a transparent person who, when the government does things, they do some shady deal or make deal with people, he exposes them. Why did he go some kind of clique that we as supporters don't know about, that he make deal with 30, I know I call him and quote 30,000 or 30 million or whatever? Who is that person that he's hiding their name? He's supposed to be clear out of those things. If it's something a person that telling or he's transparent, he's supposed to come to we his supporter and stay who the person is or what is it, and see what our reaction will be. But you cannot hold things back and you expect we and your supporter to just guess, okay, and just start pursuing. No. So that make us to think like, okay, we thought you too, because from the beginning you've been saying, if anybody come to power, you're going to sign, we're going to see, I'm going to see people, you're going to sign paper, and the leader going to sign people to agreement, things that we want. All of that you throw them on the side now. That if whatever you want, the deal you want. Come out, if it's something, tell us what, come on your show and talk to us. But don't be mute like George Weah and just throw tantrum. And that's why I have a problem with him.
All right. Thank you so much for ending the call-in segment of the show. Darlington, you listen to all of our callers this morning. It's been a wonderful show. I'll wrap it up from your end.
Well, thank you, Boakai. Great show on a Monday morning, August 7th. And we want to tell all of our people, again, this show exercise high degree of tolerance, right? You come on the show, you have the right to criticize Costa wherever you think that he went wrong. Well, we always place fights where it belongs. Wherever you think that your political leader went wrong, you too must muster the courage to speak truth to that political leader and tell them, what is at stake. Because you see, yes, Costa never wanted to even be in a conversation. I think he discussed on the show who put him in the conversation. And he said Joseph Boakai. Since he have accused Joseph Boakai about that, Joseph Boakai have not said otherwise. Joseph Boakai did not even deny that he didn't even go to the meeting to negotiate for campaign funds. Again, so the public will be the judge. The public know what is happening. So on the show, just how other people can come here and criticize Costa. And I think it was a blank check that Costa then printed to Joe Boakai to say whoever you pick. I was not a part of that check signing to say whoever you pick. It was within the scope that Boakai will have conducted himself in wisdom to pick a viable candidate, somebody who have been in opposition politics with us. Not Jeremiah Kun, who is a 6-month opposition man. And you bring him to us and want to impose him on the Liberian people, and you think we'll support him because our man died now, so we'll just suck Babun Tete. There will be young men in this country fearless with so much courage that will be able to look at Joseph Boakai and say, Uncle Joe, in as much as we think that you are doing positive, but we disagree. And in our criticism with Joseph Boakai, it is not personal. It's on the issues. What is Jeremiah Kun politics? Joseph Boakai have said time with our number that when he pick a running mate will be a representation and a reflection of her values. What values do Jeremiah Kun has? That should be the debate. They should tell us. This guy was supported by the CDC. The CDC told us that the man in Nimba was the preferred candidate. This man said, oh, Darlington vest because they're not PA friend Costa. So they're going to pick Costa that Manino are going to announce. Let Boakai on the show. You think Costa is in position of trust? He looks after his friends to empower them first? No. I'm a private citizen. We all have love for our country. So people should not make it look like we are vicious, we are angry because certain things did not go our way. I, for once, I made it public. Yombli has been with us in opposition. Somebody say, oh, Yombli not crying. Look at the caliber of people you say you want to rescue the country with. Alex Tyler. In fact, Yombli said it in our dance and music. Alex Tyler is working for us in bombing. Really? A man who presided over one of the most corrupt speakers in the history of our country? And y'all bring the old wines and present them in new bottles and hide them under Joseph Boakai, and you say we trust his wisdom? Nobody will bring that nonsense to me. There will be men in this country who will be fearless and look at corrupt leaders. Joseph Boakai, as himself, you don't have a string of corruption attached to him. But why is he always associated with these corrupt elements? Oh, it is only good for us to criticize George Weah and his corrupt gangs. But when corruption people are even having breakfast, 3 square meals per day with Joseph Boakai, we shouldn't have the courage to say it. Bad company breeds bad leadership. If Joe Boakai is president of the country, these will be the elements in the legislature. And you wonder why your country is not moving positively? That is why, as critical as we are, people say, oh, why are you supporting Councillor Gonglo? He's not going to go nowhere. He's not going to win. Come on, man. It is the people who can write history. We support Councillor Tiomo Gonglo unapologetically. We believe in his ideas. In fact, they call our man the poor man lawyer because he represents everybody. Whether you come from, regardless of your political side, wherever you come from, Councillor Gonglo is that voice that is there to be there for everybody. He comes to governance with deeper understanding of leadership in the respect of the rule of law. That's what Councillor Gonglo is talking about. And we have gravitated towards the messages or the message of Councillor Gonglo and the LPP. So please, this politics is not personal. We all love our country. I'm not going to say I am more patriotic than Joseph Boakai, but Joe Boakai is not exempt from reproach. He's not the Dalai Lama of our country that nobody criticizes him. That is how you Liberian people make leaders untouchable, and they feel very much dictatorial when they come to power. Because when they are in opposition, you don't criticize them. They feel entitled. That's how George we are just stuck loosely. So, your guy, Boakai, Joseph Boakai, will not criticize him. You guys might be mistaken. We'll criticize him on the issues and the issues only. Boakai, thank you, and thank to all of our people who wish me happy birthday. I appreciate the love is just too much. While on the show, I'm just getting tongues and calls from family members who want to reach out to me. I'll probably be returning some calls. And happy pre-birthday to you, Boakai Kamara. Happy birthday to Henry Costa. Yesterday, he celebrated his birthday. Well, Henry Costa birthday, my man. It is always a blast. Whether it is in the U.S., the men were yesterday, my man. I really wish I was there to enjoy the birthday with y'all. And our man Michael Bobby, tomorrow is your birthday. Happy pre-birthday. And one of my auntie Naomi Cooper, she and I, we have always been birthday mates. That's my mom, and one of a long-time friend, you know, auntie Naomi Cooper and I share the same birthday. Says Winifred, thank you for the love. Nali, thank you so much. Thank you, says Musu. All of you, Anna, thank you, Anna Hart, thank you so much for the Chairman Dukle. All of you who reached out to me this morning, thank you. The love is just so much. My man, August 7th, I can just feel like a baby again, my man. Yeah, all over again. But it was a great show. Thank you. Tomorrow,
Yeah.
On a fast.
Yeah. So, and my wife is also celebrating on the 24th of August.
Oh wow!
I want to wish her a happy one. Yep. So
Luna, happy
the whole August month is a celebration.
Oh, August, yeah. my man.
So, folks, if you want
for the local thing, like you're my born baby in August. My man, people who born baby in August, you always have August babies.
Okay, no problem. We hope so. So, folks, this how we come to
Jerry Nyimpa, the Pelican governor. My man cousin Jerry from South Korea. You know, cousin Jerry, thank you so much. I appreciate it, bro. Stephen Johnson, thank you. All of you who reach out, thank you so much.
We say, guys, we'll be here tomorrow again with a fascinating discussion on the Costa Show. And thanks to everybody. Those that we couldn't take your calls, we want to say sorry. We have roughly about on the WhatsApp number 200 missed calls. We just can't take everybody. Yeah. So we can take. We're sorry. Tomorrow we'll be here again for another fascinating discussion of the show. Darlington Collins, Boakai, Amara Kamara, and the team. Up until then, join us tomorrow for a brand new edition. Is bye bye from our end.